Cheekysport on Rinse.
Alright, man. You are now tuned into Rinse FM, and this is Cheeky Sport. You're here with myself, Big J.
The tall Cheekysport Akeem.
Everybody hates Chris.
Hey!
Oh.
You know what it is, and this episode is brought to you in part by One Football. All right. Hey, listen, I got an important announcement. No.
Whoa.
All right. It's big, you know.
Hey, fire's coming.
Listen. One Football are giving you guys the opportunity to get the full Champions League experience. All right. So you can go see any team at the group stages. All right. Listen, One Football they're gonna sort out your flats. They're gonna sort out your accommodation for you and two of your bedrooms. You know what I'm trying to say? Not one, not like you gotta take your girl and you don't know. You and two of your friends, okay? Get me? Because freeze a crowd. Freeze a crowd,
Nice.
innit? And honestly, a crowd is sorted, alright?
Listen, this is brought to you by One Football. Make sure you download
Now.
the app.
Now.
Yeah? Link is in the description
Now.
below.
It's all there for you
Download
right now.
it. Click that link.
Hey, listen, Champions League. Hey,
Get in there.
Speaking of Champions League favourites, PSG. Please tell
They're
me
not,
you man.
They're not favourites.
I hear what you're saying.
They look dangerous, though.
Yeah, they look dangerous. But did you please tell me you man saw Neymar and Cavani arguing over the penalty?
I
That's
did.
crazy.
Tell me that wasn't so
And the
fun.
free kick.
And the free kick as
And
well.
free kick.
It was Alves holding him up for the free kick.
Alves
Alves is like, no. And then Neymar was like, nah, brother, man's taking it. Bro, I
But the
thought
funny
that was
thing
so
is,
funny.
the funny thing is, they missed anyway.
That's what killed it. He
the
missed.
penny-
That's
the
what
penny
smashed it.
missed,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't believe that, though.
Cavani's an animal, though, man. He's an animal.
I think he's got like 10 goals already or something.
Listen,
like that.
Cavani is probably standing there like, look,
I'm not
I've
gonna
been
lie,
I've been
you
here
know,
before you, man. So
Yeah, but you see
I
Alves.
Move out of the way.
I knew he was gonna. I knew
Move out
that
in
was
it.
gonna be.
Yeah,
Cavani
but he's never been a king at PSG before. Now, because all the
he
other
was
boys have
kind
all
of
gone.
before.
Yeah,
Was that, no, he was.
But the thing
He
is,
was.
I don't know.
Ibra.
You know Cavani. He's hard, but he's not hard.
No, it's hard.
It's like no, he's hard. Don't get me
hard.
wrong. He's an animal. Yeah. But what I'm trying to say is, there's certain times when you look to Cavani, and sometimes he lets you know. You just think, bro, you're so pants, man. You get like he can annoy you.
But he's like
sometimes.
Lukaku.
No.
Very
Which
similar.
is
I'm
fair.
just saying
No, which is
very
fair.
similar.
Which is a fair.
Don't get upset.
I'm not upset.
No, because you give me the eyes. You give me them light skin
I'm just
eyes.
thinking, what
What did you
you call it?
Them light skin eyes. That is.
Anyway,
Chris, mate, you're the only light skin guy who does the worst light skin eyes I've ever
Exactly.
seen. Oh, no,
my man.
Two guy. You get me?
But yeah.
Oh yeah. I just thought. Anyway, I thought that was funny. If you guys
After they smacked up Celtic.
Ooh,
Celtic.
loved it.
Celtic, look.
Hey, that
Loved
was-
it.
Hey, look, Celtic.
Love that.
This goes for Celtic, Watford, and any other team that gets smacked up at home in a competitive game, yeah? If you lose by more than 5 goals,
No.
like, what are you doing in that competition?
No, what makes me laugh about Celtic is the fact they're the champions and they're unbeaten
Unbeaten.
in their league.
You're embarrassing.
Roger Brendan's talking at all the gas.
And do you know what's embarrassing, yeah? Do you know what's embarrassing about it?
I don't know why I
They're
find that funny.
invincible,
I
yeah?
love
For all of last year. They call themselves invincible.
It's a disgrace.
Yeah? Don't lose that at home.
disgrace.
I just think, if you're, listen,
Listen,
it
by
annoys
the
me.
way, I don't know
Yeah?
why I keep randomly go.
He's upset.
It annoys me because you should have the tactical prowess here. When you're 2 or 3 goals down,
Hey, you gotta
suck
sort
it up.
Sort it
and
out.
put 5 at the back.
Hey, sort it out straight away. Sort it out straight away. Bruv, you're big Celtic. Listen, some people are gonna say, Celtic, they're not that team, yeah? But can you not hear me in my headphones? I can't hear myself. Yeah, they're gonna say, they're not that team. But
I can
obviously,
hear
and
you,
I know PSG are better, but come on, that was
No,
ridiculous.
dead.
Nah, but it's a mauling though. They got
But Celtic every year do the same thing.
Like,
Like,
they're invincible.
Like-
Yeah,
they got to stop. They got to
They
stop
do the
using
same
our
thing.
name like that.
Listen, anyway, we shouldn't really be talking about them for too long. Anyway,
Yeah.
but that was
Celtic
funny.
got the airtime.
I ain't gonna lie,
Why-
bro.
why not?
You just reminded me how funny that actually was on the
I
day.
can get smacked up like that. You're just an embarrassment.
Listen, we're talking about.
Didn't you lose 6-1 at home once to Man City?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
didn't
did.
you lose 8-2?
And that was
No,
an
not at home.
embarrassment.
Not at home.
Huh?
But anyway, let's go.
That was an embarrassment. You're right. We did. But you lost 8-2.
All right, listen. All right, well, we can start with Manchester United very quickly. Not the best game from them, Akeem. I reckon you might agree.
I think it was a good game.
Of course, he doesn't agree.
No, of
Look
course
at him.
not. Because the first 30 to 35 minutes, as
No,
Jose
I'm talking
also
about
stated,
yeah, the
was
second-
very good.
Yeah, the
So,
first 20, the first
best of the
first
season.
25 minutes.
Probably best performance from anyone.
Whoa,
Whoa,
wait.
whoa.
What about
In the first 30
So
minutes.
what about Watford? What about Man City just now?
No, listen to me.
You said-
in the first
No, I feel
30
like-
minutes.
Can you not hear me? Can
In
you
the
not hear me
first
in the headphones?
30 minutes.
You're a bit low.
I can. Anyway, no, that's what I'm saying. In the first 30 minutes, overall, it wasn't an amazing performance, but they still came out winners 4-0. And you know, that's the sign of champions when you play average and you win.
I was waiting for something. I was waiting for something.
Sign of champions.
Anyway, it's not about the performance. Well done, Manchester
Well, it is
United.
kind
Again,
of, but-
another 3 points. Obviously, like they do the
What
thing.
about Lukaku's miss?
He does miss a lot. He missed a lot. He does miss a lot.
Why do you talk about his misses?
He missed a lot, but he scores a lot.
His free kick.
Yeah, and then what happened 2 seconds after? He scored.
So
and then what did he do?
And that's what I wanted to talk about. What did you not think about the celebration? Because basically, let me give you guys a bit of context, okay? Obviously,
for anyone who doesn't know.
For anybody who doesn't know, it was Everton versus Manchester United this weekend at Old Trafford, all right? Obviously, Rooney playing against his former club, United, and obviously Lukaku playing against his former club, Everton.
I think there's quite a lot of people. Keane as well.
Yeah, there was a lot. Yeah, there was a lot. But that was like the main one because of the strike, because obviously this summer kind of thing.
Don't count.
So basically, that's so funny. So basically, Keane played alright, by the way, before it was peak. But anyway, so basically the main thing was they wanted to see, you know what I mean, like what was going to happen. Lukaku, obviously, after he got the assist, he actually gave them the shush, which obviously everybody was a bit upset about. And then again, like you said, he did miss the free kick, followed up with a goal, quick tap in. You know what I mean? Which he can, again, he can get them goals all day. And he was getting booed during the free kick when he was teeing up.
Good. Yeah.
What do you think about him getting booed? The reason why I bring this up is because obviously when he was at Everton and he played West Brom, he didn't do that. He showed respect.
But I think the reality is, look,
he didn't do that. That was what everybody was saying. And then when Lukaku, because I was on the One Football app and they asked him,
he's been disrespectful then, basically.
He said it was a bit of banter towards the fans.
Nah, he knows it ain't banter.
All right, let me say my part first on this.
Of course you're gonna say your part.
Right. The reality is,
stick up for your boy. Go on. As always,
always.
Uncle Akeem, go on.
I'm not sticking up for anyone. So look, the question kind of draws back down.
No, but you're his uncle though. You're his older though, innit? You don't like that's his
uncle. The question draws. Hold on. The question draws down to: do you celebrate over your on your past team? Like, do you do it Adebayor?
Which is
do you not celebrate at all, or do you do something in the middle?
Like a
No, he didn't half do it.
Listen,
they were giving him abuse. Because the away end was there. Yeah. He done a free kick that didn't go well.
Horrible free kick.
And he scored.
Horrible.
An instant reaction.
Horrible.
Why
is he taking free kicks?
Listen, an instant reaction
on a Harry Kane thing.
An instant reaction was that he can score. That he scored. Shut up. I just scored. What are you saying? That's understandable. The Adebayor figure, I never can understand why.
You mean Adebayor ran?
He ran the strip.
And
the worst thing is he sprinted. He didn't know like he talked.
He's sprinting. Look at his head. He's doing that.
He's sprinting.
But what? Hey, Chris, give me your thoughts. But also, tell me what happened. What was the reason why Adebayor actually ran down the length of the field?
He just wanted to celebrate the reason.
Look, Bayo snaked us in the end, basically. Yeah, he snaked us. The season before he'd even left, he was trying to snake us, innit? And then we gave him a bumper pay rise from like 20 to 80 grand a week, yeah? And then the season where he's on 80 grand a week, he scores something like 12 goals in the league, like, compared to his 24 the season before.
Yeah.
Which is a madness, because obviously he's got the P's now, don't want to work for the contract no more, yeah? That's the myth about him afterwards, like moving forward.
Life is good. What's his caption? Like, life is good? I forgot what it is.
Well, bloody, anyway, he's done all that now, so now he's forced to move basically now to Man City.
Yeah.
So he's got what he's wanted in the end. But obviously the Arsenal fans are disgruntled. We're upset because he was dead food before he got to Arsenal. He played something like 25 games for Monaco and scored that 3 goals.
We don't need all the stats.
I'm giving you stats.
Yeah. We don't need all the stats.
Why did he run the other end?
Because there's a snake in the grass.
But he obviously thinks he got snaked.
But he didn't. We gave him 80 bags a week. And then he got the transfer to Manchester City. And he got 125 plus K a week.
Well, he went to better club there, didn't he?
No, he didn't go to better. Don't you dare.
No, he didn't.
Don't you dare. Antagonize him, man. Don't you dare.
He went to better club. But at the end of the day, look.
Don't you dare.
That's a cool question. Is it, Jermaine, you could give your thoughts. Is it okay to celebrate against your former club?
Sometimes.
When you boo me, if you boo me, I will laugh in your face after I score. I don't care.
Yeah. No respect to you.
I don't care.
No respect
to you.
Don't
boo me. You don't boo me. You clap for me. You be happy for me.
What do you mean? After we've seen this guy when he was dead, we've been there for the bad times. Do you know what I'm saying? We stuck by him.
But he went on to bigger and better things.
Or Lukaku.
Let's be honest. When players lose...
Yeah, hold on. Hold on. His career... Lukaku's career was a bit. Everyone was like, "Oh, where's he going? Is he gonna get that next chance to be at the big club?" Yeah, after he flopped at Chelsea. I'm not gonna say. Flop.
I wouldn't say flop. Wasn't given the opportunity.
Yes. And plus, he was very. Reason why he didn't get the opportunity.
Did he go after that?
He was very raw. No,
West Brom. He was bad in that West Brom.
No, he was decent.
Scored a hat trick against Sir Alex Ferguson. It's not hard to
what?
see that. There's very few people who've done
Who
that.
cares?
Just to state.
Who cares about
Very,
that?
very few people have done that.
Anyway.
Carry on.
I keep mentioning that stat all the
Oh,
time.
yeah,
He mentions-
that is.
It shows you special. It shows he's special,
He
mate.
makes it sound like Sir Alex Ferguson was the keeper at the time.
Shows he's special, mate.
Out of all the strikers you've had, you think that
He's up there. Yes.
He will be.
He's going to be one of the greats.
will
And I
be.
tell you
He will
what.
be. He will
I tell
be.
you
for
what.
what, goals or as a all round?
Doesn't matter.
Listen, I tell you what.
United, the goals.
People are talking about Harry Kane's the only guy to come who may come close to Alan Shearer's record. Lukaku, if he stays there for 10 years, may do it as well.
No,
He may
They
do
both
it.
might do it. They
that's
both
not-
might do it.
yeah,
Yeah?
They
how
both
old is
might
he's
do it.
only 24.
Yeah, which goes to my point why he could be one of the greatest strikers you've ever seen in your
No.
living life.
What
do you mean no?
Goal scorer, maybe.
Goal scorer, yeah, but that's the part. That's the
Striker is a goal scorer.
Gary Lineker was a great goal scorer.
Yep.
No one talks about Gary Lineker. Why? Because as a player, all-round player, he had nothing.
Nah, you can't say
He
nothing.
did nothing
You can't
as a
say
player.
nothing.
He didn't make no assists.
He was
He
good at
got
running
one
chance.
card, I think, in his entire time as a
No,
bowler.
you
innit?
can't say that.
No cards.
No cards.
Yeah, that's because.
That's what I'm saying,
Do
but
you know
he was
why?
a great goal-
Because he's a poacher. He was a
Yeah,
poacher.
great poacher.
Yeah.
He was a great poacher.
So
story starts.
does that not make you a good
Oh,
striker?
It's funny.
No, because
Hey,
Ronaldo
hey,
is
hey,
a great
guys.
striker.
No, he's
Hey,
not.
listen,
No,
I'm trying to
he's a
break
good
this down.
player. There's
The
a difference.
the R9, yeah? We're talking about R9.
Oh, he's about R9. Okay.
R9.
No,
Yeah, okay.
no, when we talk about strikers, the quality of strikers, just like how they think.
Batistuta.
Well, you know what it is? Can I be honest?
No one cares
No,
about
it is.
that.
Gabriel
I'll be
Batistuta,
honest, I'll be
Giza.
honest, yeah? Lukaku has time to improve. I don't know
No,
what.
he
No,
don't.
no, there's no improvement needed.
No.
As things stand now, no.
When I read the finished article.
No, wait, no, I
That's what
didn't
he's
say
saying.
that.
Yes,
I
you
didn't
did.
say that.
Yes, you did.
I said based on the conversation, he's already one of the best strikers in the world. Yes or no?
No.
Oh my days. Are we being
Well,
serious
yeah,
here?
not yet.
My man scored how many goals
Harry
last
Kane's
year? in
better.
this
What-
season?
One,
Akeem,
he's not the best in the
Akeem,
Premiership.
and
He's
the
not the best in the
Premiership,
Premiership.
thank you.
Aguero's better than him for starters.
So I said-
Harry Kane's better than
Not
him for
yet.
starters.
Is he top 15 in the world? Yes or no?
Let's go through it.
What are you talking
Let's
about?
go through it.
No, we don't need to go through it.
Let's go through
It's a simple
Guys,
question.
guys, I need
It's a
guys-
simple
I
question.
don't think so. I
Lukaku,
don't think he is.
Top 15 strikers in the world.
Of
Bro,
course he is.
Wait for him to do it in Champions
No,
League.
he doesn't need to wait for
again,
nothing.
say again.
He's already top 15. You don't need to wait for nothing. Lacazette, who's been playing against donkeys in
What's Lacazette
France,
got to do with
he's the one who needs to prove
We
it.
ain't talking about Lacazette.
Lukaku doesn't need to.
Goalpost.
Right now.
Goalpost.
Lukaku is top 15 right
Oh, yeah,
now.
get that goalpost
Alright,
that he
fair.
just
Right
moved.
now.
Get that goalpost that he
That's
just
the
moved.
fact.
You can probably argue it in.
No, he's not arguing in. It's true. Done. Move in. Move on.
Geezer.
Done. They need to argue
What I'm
nothing.
trying to say.
Diego Costa is better.
Lukaku has a lot
Huh?
of room to
Diego
improve.
Costa
Where
is
is
better
he?
than.
Hey, listen.
Doesn't matter. He's better striker. No?
Who?
Costa.
Yeah, he is.
Costa's
Overall, as
better
a player,
striker.
You're
he
not
is.
allowed
Harry
to
Kane's a
name
better
14
striker.
players.
No,
Harry,
he is.
Harry Kane, no, I'm not.
No,
Harry
he's not.
Kane,
We're not
I'm
naming
just in the
14 players.
Premiership.
Harry Kane, you can't say
Go on.
Harry Kane yet.
And
Nah,
Harry Kane
Harry Kane's better
No, Harry
than
Kane is a
Lukaku.
better striker.
Yeah, he's a
I
better
agree.
He's a better striker.
Go on. Who else?
Aguero.
Name a couple more. We're not going to go 15.
Aguero.
Correct. Now you're running short.
I'm just in the
Now you're
Premiership.
drying
I'm just
up.
in Premiership.
Now you're in the
Nah,
desert,
he's just
mate.
doing Premiership.
Now you're in the desert.
What did I say?
Now you need a bit of water.
What did I say? I'm just doing Premiership, baby.
Suarez.
Out of it.
Because I could
He's
say
out.
Suarez.
No, you can't say Suarez.
Why not?
So wait, can I say like? Can I
No,
say
no,
all
but I
the-
can move.
Can I say all
We're
strikers?
talking about the world.
Because last week,
Take some more then, go on.
No, because
We're
last
already at
week,
three.
because last week when I said right wing forward, left wing forward, you were like, oh, so we're gonna use forwards or forwards? I mean, forward, striker. They're all the same thing to me, okay? So at the end of the day, but I know now if I say Neymar, you're gonna be like, Neymar's not in a striker.
Yeah.
You can't really
Yeah.
count
Yeah.
Neymar.
No.
No, wait. When we're talking about strikers.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Listen.
Okay.
Right? Look.
Is that goalpost about to move, Akeem?
Here we go.
Why don't you move it for me, mate? Why don't you move that goalpost for me?
What should
Come
I
on.
do you?
There's
That's
the
Big J.
goalpost
That's
moving
Big J.
again.
That's Big J. Right. Look. Facts. Just keep it simple. Stats. Yeah. Strikers score goals. Yeah. You are a good striker if you score a lot of goals.
Yeah.
If you score a lot of goals, you are a good striker.
Word.
It's simple.
Word.
It's simple.
Word.
Why is that hard? Gary Lineker was a good striker because he scored a lot of goals. Alan Shearer was a world-class striker because he scored a lot of goals.
But some people would
It's
argue that,
simple.
Akeem. A lot of people
There's
would
no
argue.
argument.
There is-
That's what I don't get.
Whoa. Listen,
How is there an argument
a lot
about
of people
that?
would argue that Alan Shearer is not a world-class striker.
He was.
All right.
Because he
I
scored
would say that.
a lot of goals
I
in
would say
relation
that.
to other
But
people.
what I'm trying to say is a lot of people would say because of where he scored the goals.
I'm sorry,
sometimes-
so he can make Newcastle get to Champions League
Listen, this
final.
is
Should have had a
what I'm
better
trying to
touch for
say.
Lukaku, though.
This is what I don't understand about Akeem.
Go on.
Listen. You're right. Lukaku's been banging in goals, yeah? He's been banging in goals. By the end of the day, he had to move to United to prove he could do it on the level. Because there's banging in goals, and then there's going somewhere big and banging in goals. There's a difference.
I'm sorry.
So now you're going to tell me there's no difference.
I'm sorry.
When you know there's a difference.
Jermaine,
so why are you doing this?
Jermaine, I'm sorry.
Why are you doing this?
Jermaine, I'm sorry. You're wrong, mate.
So why are you doing this?
You're wrong, mate. Let me explain. Because you're wrong.
He's cracked.
Okay.
Let me explain.
You ain't got the answer, Sway.
Because, how many goals did he score last year?
25.
Who did he play for?
He played for Everton.
Oh, so is that a big club?
No.
Then what you've just said is wrong. You just said he needed to move to a big club to prove he can do it at a big level. Is he not on the same level playing in the Premier League than he is this year to that year?
Even our engineer is so confused.
Right.
The whole room is so confused.
Answer my question then.
I'm not.
No, here we go. And when he's wrong, he tries to move on. I go back.
I am wrong.
No.
I am wrong.
No, answer the question.
Akeem is always right.
Hey.
Let me tell you something. When you've been working with a man like this for a year, yeah, it's like having a missus, mate. I'm married. I'm married. I know arguments I cannot win.
Okay.
Trust me.
Cool.
I'm well versed in this thing.
Wait.
You're like my missus, son. So when it comes to you talking that nonsense, you know what I say? You know what, babe? You're right.
Cool.
Babe.
But moving back to it. Because you're trying to skirt.
What did you say?
Because you're trying to skirt. Move on. You Captain Jack. You Captain Jack. Hey, wait. Jermaine. Wait, hold on. Big J. Sorry. Big J. Sorry. Right. I am going back, because I want to make sure there's clarity that we're both not confused here. Yeah? You said, right? Tell me if I'm wrong. I know we will need to move on. Did you say, that at the same level? You said that you moved to Manchester United. Wait, hold on, because I'm trying to get your words right. Did he move to Manchester United? To play at a bigger level and prove he could do it at a bigger level. Is that what you just said? Yes. Right. Is the Premier League?
He doesn't get it.
Wait,
he doesn't.
I'm asking you a question.
I'm asking you a question. You don't get it.
I'm asking you a question. Let me ask a question.
I did not say.
I didn't ask you that. I'm asking you a question. That's all. Why are you getting at me? I'm asking you a question. Let me ask you then.
Oh, sorry. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Right?
Sorry. I apologize.
The question I'm asking, right, is he now at a higher level, right, playing in the Premier League for Manchester United than he is for Everton? That's my question.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Forget Champions League. We're talking about Premier League only.
Yes.
Why?
More screwed.
Why? Because we played one Champions League game and we played 7 Premier League. So obviously we're talking about Premier League.
Akeem, listen.
Now you're talking about now.
Akeem, hold on.
Go on.
Listen.
So now
you see why you shift things?
Stop.
Because now you're talking about the amount of games Man United played. That's irrelevant. What we're talking about is this. You mentioned names of players. You said Alan Shearer. Alan Shearer, we all know, was a prolific goal scorer within the Premier League for Newcastle United.
And Blackburn.
Blackburn first, who he won the league with. He went on to Newcastle United. Okay. What? Now what we're trying to say is this, yeah? All I was trying to say is you said, he's world class. All I'm trying to say is a lot of people, Alan Shearer, you're talking about Shearer, and I'm saying a lot of people argue that because some people say he's a Prem legend, not a world legend.
Yeah.
I hear that argument a lot about where players have played and what stages they've done it on. All right? So some people do it on club level, don't do it on world level, so that tarnishes their name. We all know all you're trying to say is that Lukaku would be one of the greats. And initially I was going to argue with you, but then I said no. Because he has lots of time to improve.
He does.
Akeem, you went on to say, no, he's one of the greats now because he bangs goals.
No, I said he's one of the best now. Yeah, in top 15.
You said he's top 15 right now.
And you think he's not then?
And all I'm trying to... No. When I say... Because for us to start to classify him on that level to where he does it, he needs to do certain things. He has to go to Manchester United like he's currently doing, take them back to glory, top 4, competing in Champions League, competing in multiple cups. Which he's doing. I'm not trying to say he's not doing that. That's not what we're talking about.
Can I say
all I'm trying to say is, before we start saying, one of the best in the world, all that, and we put the belt on, and we get 2 Budweisers and slap it together, and we sniff the air. Before we do all that stuff, man needs to bang out. And what I'm trying to say is,
and Jermaine, now here's the question. Does that mean you're saying, right, that to be one of the best, you have to be at one of the biggest clubs? Is that what you're saying? In other words,
to be regarded like you're saying, world class. You got to think about what you're saying here. We're world class, one of the best to ever do it. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, if we're
so they have to play for one of the biggest clubs.
If we're talking about at that level,
is that what you're saying then?
They have to, bro.
So
because only because, yeah. And this is what I initially thought about Lukaku. This is what I initially thought. I never said Lukaku was a bad striker. I can't, because it's a fact he's a good striker.
Of course it is.
So I would never argue with a fact.
Of course.
All I was trying to say was playing for a bigger club is so much harder because there's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of pressure playing for a bigger club, going to a bigger company. When you're putting that Man United badge on, it's peak.
Yeah.
So I don't care what anybody says to me. Some players have come and they flopped. We've seen the
Veron.
best come. We've seen Falcao from El Tigre.
That's a mentality.
Because it's a mentality. Exactly.
Yeah.
And what I didn't know about Lukaku's game is, like he's even proved with this celebration, Don is arrogant. He's confident. Yeah. He knows what he's going to be. I could have told
you that a year ago.
Yeah, but I know you. But that's your player. That's your guy. Like, that's not my guy. You know what I'm trying to say?
And that's what Lacazette has to prove, for example. I'm not trying to switch to him.
But
I'm just saying,
you're
that's what
obsessed.
players like him have to
You're obsessed with Lacazette. You're a voyeur. You're a voyeur.
Lacazette's a lot older. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
No, he's not a lot older. He's 2 years older.
Like,
3.
No, he's 3.
He's
No.
He's 3 years older.
I thought he's 27.
26.
I'm going to have to check that.
No, I think he's... Yeah, you're going to have to check that, because I think he's a lot older than that, mate. So what I'm trying to say...
Anyway, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
That's all I'm trying to say.
But at the end of the day, I'm not sure I agree, because based on that preference, and players like Pele wasn't the greatest of all time. Because my man played in the favelas. My man played in the favelas for 30 years, scoring against five-a-side kids, mate.
This is why someone called you the donkey from Shrek. Because this is nonsense.
What? So that's nonsense.
This is nonsense.
It's nonsense. So wait, what did he... outside of
He won World Cup, geezer.
Wait, are you listening to me? Are you listening to me? On club level.
The World Cup was the greatest.
Wait, listen to me. At club level, because now I'm going to school you, because now you've come out with trash. You come out with trailer park trash, so now I'm going to school you. What do you do on club level, Chris?
He played in America and he
cool.
He scored over
Shut your mouth. Move on. Shut your mouth. Move on. Donut.
You are.
Donut.
You are.
We're gonna
Krispy Kreme.
We're gonna interrupt our current broadcast with a lovely advertisement. Make sure you download the OneFootball app. The link is in the description below for a chance to win the Champions League experience for you and 2 of your friends to go and have your flights, accommodation, food, and everything sorted. You should download the app today. That's all. All right, now I can move on.
Yeah, good. That was good.
All right, now I can move on. All right, there was a lot of fixtures, obviously, a lot of big fixtures this weekend. We've spoken briefly about the Everton United, but I don't want to get sidetracked again. So I want to move on to the Arsenal-Chelsea game.
Great.
It was 1-1. Chelsea were at home.
So what was the score?
It was 1-1. It was 1-1. It was 1-1. I did come here and I was like, you're not going to get that work on the weekend.
What?
Oh, it was 0-0.
Yeah.
Why do I keep saying...
Why did you correct him?
Wait, can I
hang himself, innit?
No, wait, quick question. I swear I said 1-1 last week as well.
Yeah,
Oh, it was 3-0.
It's 3-0.
Bro, my scores are all
Why
mad
did
in
you
my
get
head.
it wrong?
I don't know why.
And Chris was
It's
letting
a
you
goal.
hang.
Is that-
Chris was letting you...
Sorry. It was 0-0. It was a goalless draw. Oh, my days. Bro, the scores are going mad in my head. All right, listen. It was a goalless draw, yeah? There was no goals. My bad. That game was so fresh. Well, it was good in the middle. It was good in the middle. It was good in the middle. Like at first Chelsea had it. First Chelsea had it. Pedro missed a couple chances, and then Arsenal.
Everyone said was gonna get pummeled. Are you joking?
Yeah. Listen, I feel
People were smoking.
I feel like Arsenal. I'm gonna ask
Ask him.
Akeem about this, because the reason why is because Jose Mourinho spoke about how defensive the Premier League is getting, and how a lot of teams are defensive. Which some people might say is a bit of a contradiction coming from him, but he was talking about how defensive the league is getting, about how a lot more teams are adopting the 5 at the back system, or the wing back,
which doesn't make it more defensive, but yeah.
But all the wing back system.
Depends on who's deploying it.
Yeah, it depends on who's deploying it and how it's being deployed. You know what I'm trying to say? Because we know like a City who play like the wing back system, they're a lot more attacking. Yeah, they're all attacking. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So anyway, I agree with Chris. I agree with you 100% on that. But then what I'm trying to say is everyone applauded Arsenal's for the way that they defensively handled Chelsea. What did you think? Because they obviously frustrated them, didn't allow them to really get control of the game after the first 20 minutes or so. So what did you think of it? And what did you think defensively? What did you think about what Mourinho said? He said a lot of teams are trying to basically nick it. Now it's a lot of a 0-0, 1-0 kind of. The league's become like a 0-0 kind of thing. Everyone's trying to nick a game.
I think from my opinion, I think the reason why all this happened is because, as I said last year, we're in the age of attack, actually. Yeah, not defense.
I agree.
And I say that in a sense that because there's hardly any world-class defenders. It's not like how it was 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Because there's hardly any world-class defenders, it means people are now playing with back fives because they don't trust their defense as much. So you, instead of having 2 world-class centre-backs, you now probably have 1 at most.
Yeah.
So now you got to play 3 at the back, three central defenders, and then play obviously 2 wing-backs. The wing-backs are usually makeshift, which means they normally don't venture out as much as they should because they usually don't have the stamina or the positional play to run back. So which means you have a back 5 in really defensive games, right? So in other words, I do agree with it, but I agree with it because of the circumstance, because there aren't a lot of good defenders in the world at the moment. And because of all of this
not defensively. Yeah, I do believe we are on the edge of attack.
And look, you're surprised what I'm about to say. Because of this, yeah, look at him smiling like, oh, really? Yeah. Because of this, it means because of the formation and the 5-3-2 that everyone's playing, there's less centre midfielders now in the world that play.
Yeah.
And because of that, players like Paul Pogba is now the world's best. The reality is, 15 years ago, Pogba would be world class, but he wouldn't be
like the level.
He wouldn't be levels where you'll be like, oh my days, I'm playing against
world class.
Yeah,
he is.
Oh,
It's fair to say
of
that
course
now.
he is.
No, he is. No, are you joking?
Yo,
Would you rather Paul Pogba than Cazorla and Rambo put together?
I'd rather have Cazorla over Paul Pogba any day.
No, you are joking.
As a player, right
Try and
now,
explain how that makes any sense.
Because
Anyway, that's my fault.
the fact that you lot think that Paul Pogba is world class is mental to me.
What is he then?
He's a good player, but he's not world class.
bro,
So
he's
Cazorla's
done this
better
thing
than
in Italy.
You know,
Have you seen him play for his country?
you know why we say he's world class? Because you're bamboozled by his blockbuster. He's a blockbuster star.
I don't understand what
my
people
word.
see when they see Pogba play.
Do you not see
Do
the
you see
quality?
world class?
I feel like he's such a
Do
great-
you see world class in him?
100%.
I see the potential to be world class, but he's not world class right now.
I think we see
The
the
reason,
potential for him to
you
become
think if he was world
phenomenal.
class, do you think he wouldn't be at Real Madrid?
No.
They have Tony. They have Tony Cruz.
They would have had him.
Yeah, exactly. They could have had him. They had Tony Cruz, and
hold
then
on.
it's like, you know what? Tony Cruz is a far better player.
Hold on, Chris.
In 2 years' time, he will
Chris,
eclipse Tony.
No, wait, hold on.
That's
Chris, what are you talking about? You're saying, don't you think he would have gone to Real Madrid? No, he'll go to Manchester United because they are as big as Real Madrid.
Yeah, but-
Calm down.
yeah,
We're not Arsenal. I'm not sorry to be rude, yeah, but we're not Arsenal. Manchester United's on the same level.
You couldn't even get
yeah?
Herrera
And Barcelona,
a couple of years back.
Bayern Munich.
You couldn't get Herrera
Real
a
Madrid.
few years back when Moyes was in charge. Don't talk to
Who?
me about where this,
We
we're
are
that,
levels, though.
we're
We are
juggernauts.
levels.
No, yeah, you are levels.
Exactly.
I know
So
you're
don't-
levels.
so don't
but
say
at that
he would've
moment,
gone to Real Madrid
at that
if he's world
moment,
class.
at that moment, you
Come
schmuck, you wasn't levels. You weren't levels. That's what I'm saying.
So
You
what
was
were
not
we then?
levels.
What
You wasn't levels.
You gotta realise we're one of those teams. We don't.
At that moment-
if we're not in the top 4,
Fellaini-
we're still
Fellaini-
a,
Fellaini
we're
and
still
Herrera.
You might have
we're
Fellaini.
still a super.
You had Herrera.
Listen,
Real
what you
Madrid
got?
just won Champions League.
Yeah, because David
Yeah,
Moyes
so
was
they're not
manager.
levels.
Yeah, you're right.
They got Zinedine Zidane.
Yeah, you're right.
You trying to tell me Paul Pogba ain't got posters of Zidane in his room?
Yeah, do you
Of course he has.
course he has.
But you know the
But then
difference.
But you do know Zidane knows that Pogba's level. Like, he's world class.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, no, he has the potential to be world
No,
class. But
Zidane said he's world class.
he's-
Zidane said he's world class.
Zidane's going to be political, man. He has to say what he's got to say to he's got to bar up his boy, basically,
French,
isn't it?
innit?
That's going to be his boy.
So, all right. You guys
He ain't world class. He's good. He's a very good player, but he ain't world.
You saying your rather Cazorla
that's-
is trash?
No,
that's
okay.
trash.
Let me explain the Cazorla point.
Nah, I don't wanna- I don't want you to
No,
explain
let me
it.
explain
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
When Cazorla,
Wait.
when Cazorla was fit, yeah, he is like pound for pound one of the best players in the world.
No,
Period.
no, simple.
Technically,
No.
he's left-footed, right-footed. Do you know what that is?
Oh wow.
Do you know what left?
He can play with 2 foot. Oh.
Who else? Do you know
Wow.
Who else do you know that takes a free kick with their weaker foot? Who else? do you know
James
that can
Smith
do
from
that?
Rotherham. Wow. So sorry, I can take
telling
a
me
free kick
if
with
you
2
know about
feet.
football-
You know what?
Let me go to the under
If you
21.
know about
Let me go
football-
Power League.
if you know
and
about
I'll find
football,
someone
you
right
told
now
me
who can do
Cazorla's
that.
level.
What are you talking about? Talking trash, mate.
The fact that you think that Pogba's world class.
Just because someone can kick the ball with 2 feet, suddenly
listen,
he's
alright,
levels like Pogba. Come on.
All right, listen.
You think Pogba's levels because he dyed his hair 1 week and you're gassed.
Nah, come
You're
on, don't say
bamboozled
that.
by that. You know when he had that advert, the dab advert for his app and them thing, and he didn't get sent off, or what did he ever stink of that game? That's what it's all about PR with
he had a
Pogba.
tweet, he had a
It's
tweet,
all
he had a
about
tweet,
PR.
he had a tweet,
You'd love
he had a
him.
tweet,
It's
You'd
all
love
about-
him.
he had a tweet emoji.
I love Pogba.
You'd
I
love
love
him
him.
in the
I would love to have
Pogba,
Pogba.
Pogba.
I would love to have my man.
Pogba.
You're
But he's
captain him
not
straight
world
away.
class. We might do that.
Yeah.
But he's not world class right now.
All right,
Sorry.
fair enough.
No
Your
way,
opinion.
Jose.
Guys,
opinion.
anything we talk about within this show, make sure you guys leave your comments, all right?
And big up them people that comment and trolling, man, every second. Love you.
Everybody hates Chris.
Boom.
This is our guy. He's here to stay, man.
They hate me even more now. I said the Cazorla thing of Pogba. Because these thickos, your football thickos, you get bamboozled like him. You're bamboozled like him.
Hashtag football figures.
Hashtag football thickos.
That's
All
2S,
right,
by the way.
So anyway, Arsenal were able to stop
But look, good performance. Look, on a positive.
No, good.
On a positive.
First
On a
point for
positive.
Arsenal.
Good performance. Good performance from Arsenal. Well done.
Thank you.
They showed heart.
First time.
And to be honest, I thought they would lose.
Yeah,
but they
same.
won. Sorry, they didn't win. Sorry. Well, they basically won.
We should have. We should
They
have.
got a win. They drew.
Lacazette should have
scored that.
But he
was
didn't
mental.
because he misses.
He done a Lukaku.
He misses.
Sanchez, obviously, Sanchez came on after
Lexi baby.
he played well in the Europa game as well. Wenger saying he could be back to his best soon.
He will be. Don't worry.
Obviously,
Ooh,
like you
wee.
said, he hasn't played any. Like,
He didn't look serious. He was,
Ozil.
he was laughing on the.
No, he wasn't.
touchline.
People gassing that. He
Obviously,
was laughing
I just
because he
wanna-
slapped a spin on the back hard. He went and then, again. That's why he was laughing at because he slapped my man on the
He
back.
looked like he was laughing because they missed a chance, mate.
Ah, shut
Uh,
up.
That's what some people say.
Anyway,
read into
so
what you want.
So let's move on to the other side of North London because I actually wanted to talk about that game properly, but you guys started talking about Pogba and Cazorla, bruv. You lot are wasting precious minutes, bruv, on silly arguments like Pogba versus Cazorla.
That's not even an argument. Yeah, we shouldn't be arguing about that. We
Cazorla
shouldn't be
has
talking about
glass ankles.
Yes, he
Pogba's
does.
injured. They're not
that.
even
But
playing.
Pogba's injured right now as well.
It's just a little.
Anyway,
Hope
moving
so.
on.
See the PR around that, even the PR around that. They don't even want to say whether if it's 3 months. They don't even want to say that. They don't even want to say that. They're so scared.
We still smacked
He was wasn't he captain in the Champions League in your first Champions League game? Man was captain. The PR, the PR around that. Oh,
But the same thing happens with every team. Now. Every
Captain
team's got a player like
Pogba,
that.
Agent Pogba. I'm done. I'm done.
Listen,
Can't stop you, lot.
Can
There's too much money. You lot got too much money. You're shaitan mafia. I can't even talk.
listen. The game. It is a money game
It's
now.
a big money game, and we can't compete, and that kills me. But go on.
Listen. Spurs were unable to win again at Wembley.
Love
Yep.
it. Love it.
After they beat Dortmund.
Love it.
They beat
Gassing.
Dortmund.
Gassing. Everyone was gassing him. All them pundits.
Bro, they played
all
sick.
gassing.
My guy's son, though.
And then what happened?
Hey, look,
Son's the guy.
Son's the guy, man.
14 Premier League goals last season.
Bro,
Solid.
I saw that as well. Solid midfielder, bro.
You make me sick.
Why?
You make me
What?
sick. The fact that you call that solid, but you won't call Theo Walcott doing 19
Wait,
goals
hold on.
solid.
You're not comparing Son to Theo Walcott. Are you having a laugh?
dare
I'm saying
Are you having a laugh?
statistically, I'm talking about stats. I'm not talking about
Nah,
ability as
man.
on the ball.
Son is
Hold
a
on,
player.
hold on. Son scored more in the Premier League season already than Walcott has in any season he's been. You know that, right?
So what?
Son scored 14 Premier League goals.
14 last season.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So what's the most that Walcott's ever
you see
scored?
his
in
goal
Premier
against
League?
Dortmund?
Huh?
I think it was 12.
Thank you. That's my point. That's all I was
Yeah,
saying.
you
Yeah.
see his goal
That was
against
it.
Dortmund?
I might be wrong though. I might be wrong. Yeah, see, it was a good goal. Valencia's goal was better the other day.
So why did you spark up when he said Son? That's what I don't get.
No, because it was what you said. That he was gassing.
He's a
Bro,
solid
Son's
player.
class,
He's
you
decent.
know.
He's
He'll
decent.
walk into
a
Arsenal's
player.
team.
He would not
He'll
get
walk
into
into
our
Arsenal's
team.
player.
team.
No, I'm not
He
trying
won't
to
get
say.
into our
No,
team.
listen.
He would not get into our
Can
team.
we just...
Sorry. He's saying ludicrous things like Son will get into our team. Over who?
What do you mean over?
Whose place is he taking?
Swap Welbeck out.
Welbeck's not even a starter.
He is starting.
He
Don't say he's
is.
not.
This way
Don't
you're
say
He is
he's
the
not.
starter.
This
Don't
way
say
you're
he's not.
okay.
He
You.
started every... Listen.
I expect
He
more
starts
from you.
every game.
I expect more
He
from
starts
you.
every game.
I expect more from
I
you.
can show you.
Just
He
look
started
at the
every
lineup.
game. He started every game.
Yes,
Exactly.
this season.
Yeah.
Because we gotta wait until Ozil, Lexi baby,
Ozil
and
starts
Lacazette
as well.
is already.
Ozil already
I was
starts.
wondering about that.
No,
I was
together.
wondering about that because listen, all I'm trying to say, because no. Oh, brother, I don't even want to talk about Arsenal.
Talking about.
I don't want to talk about Arsenal.
Vickos.
I don't want to talk about
Isaac
United.
Vickers.
I just want to talk about another team. Okay, and I want
Forget
to.
Spurs. They
That's
lost.
it.
They can't win
He's
at
talking about
Wembley.
United.
They
Bro,
can't win at Wembley.
I'm talking about
Good.
Spurs.
Yeah.
All right, we're talking about Spurs. We're talking about Harry Kane. We're talking about Dele Alli.
Cool.
We're talking about obviously they wanted to rest Ben Davis, right? Trippier is back. They wanted to. Davis is a player, bro.
Yeah,
why
why are you laughing at Ben Davis? Why are you laughing at Ben
Ben Davis
Davis?
is a player. Listen. Just because you support Arsenal,
Decent,
your
that's
team's nowhere near Spurs.
Ben
level,
Davis,
but
yeah.
you're
Once
He's over
again,
there first.
once
He's
again,
left back. Man
Once
said
again,
Ben
he'll
Davis.
walk
They
in.
play
Aye,
him.
once
They
again, he'll
play
walk
him.
into your team.
He's a
Once again,
central.
he'll walk into your team.
But over who?
He'll walk into your team.
Over who?
Let's move on.
Over who?
He'll walk into your team.
Who's place
Their
he
whole
taking?
back line.
He ain't taking
Their whole
Krasniq's
back
place.
line.
He ain't taking
Oh
his
wow!
place.
Because he's
Listen.
wait, hold on. Because he had a good game against who? Who did he have a good game against? And all of a sudden, Kosiak is someone who. Listen, calm down. Tottenham's defense.
He needs to calm
Tottenham's
down.
defense will replace Arsenal's defense. They've got the best defense, back line, pound for
As
pound.
a
in the league.
unit. As a unit.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
but
why are we
individually,
arguing about
we're
this?
Individual players.
Now, all I'm trying to say is there was. Listen, what I'm trying to say is this.
Ben Davis. You know.
They play well together. Say what you want about Ericsson. Say what you want about Dele Alli.
Eriksen's
Say what
hard.
Son. Kane, bruv, them man
Jealousy.
play football like they're playing well, but unfortunately they
question
couldn't.
that one?
They couldn't win at Wembley. Yeah.
Swansea.
But they're the best team.
Is the Wembley curse real? Legit.
Of course
No.
it is.
No.
Did you
it's
say
not.
no? Are
It's not.
you a football fickle?
I'm not a football player.
You must
Do
be.
you know why? Do you know why? Do you know
Of
why?
course
Do you know why? Do you know why that
it's
can't make sense?
damaging. Look at their Champions League results in the Champions.
They just beat Dortmund 3-1. They battered them.
They've won 3 games in the Champions League.
No. Stop talking about the past. Let's look at recent. Don't look at last season.
Should we talk about this season then?
Let's talk about this season. Yes, they smacked up Dortmund, one of the best teams in Europe.
Chelsea.
Yeah, of course. What? The Chelsea game, what happened? Yeah, Chelsea scored a late goal. A late goal.
It was an early one from
Did they win?
I know, but I'm talking about the...
Did Tottenham win?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's 2-1.
Did Tottenham
The
win?
second goal.
The second goal was a late one. Yeah.
Did they win?
No, they didn't win. So it can happen in every...
All right, their next game at Wembley.
Oh, so you don't believe it?
I don't believe it, no. I don't believe it. It's going to take time to adjust. It's not a curse, but it's going to take time to adjust. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm saying. To say it's a curse is nonsense.
It's not a curse.
Obviously, what I'm trying to say, I know you're not saying it's literally a curse, but what I'm saying is, it does. Obviously, they're not going to get smacked up every week at home.
No, they're not going to get smacked up.
Come on.
But they're going to struggle to win games.
They're going to struggle to win some games they could win.
They're gonna struggle. That's why when they move back to their stadium, White Hart Lane, and the pitch is bigger, they're going to struggle to adapt. Although
like Arsenal did, like every team did.
Exactly like
Arsenal. So what's Liverpool's excuse? Liverpool again, unable to...
Liverpool because they're gassers. Gassers. The curse of the ox is real. That's real.
The way Chris reverts it back to Arsenal every time actually gives
I don't know how to do it.
The curse of the ox is real.
The sad part is if someone said he's gone from centre bench to right bench.
Good.
My man's just
my
man's just moved position on bench.
Good. I don't get the logic. I don't even get his logic.
My man just slid. You know when you slide across the bench, you don't even get up. You just slide.
Hey, budge up, man.
Hey, bro, budge up.
Budge up. That's what you get, Ox, for doing stupid things, my friend. Stupid things.
But Arsenal's still gonna miss him still.
No, we ain't. Does it look like it? We ain't lost the game since. He hasn't won a game since.
They're winning the Carabao Cup, mate.
Right,
Carabao Cup.
They better.
Anyway.
And I hope he plays centre mid in that game.
All right, listen, man. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. That's all we have time for today. All right, listen. Make sure you leave us a thought. I wanted to talk more about these other fixtures and draws that happened, but I don't know what happened. Sometimes
City.
We didn't even get to talk about
City were amazing.
Pep. Grabbing the Watford
Go on,
balls,
Pep.
banging them in the
You
face.
know nothing. You know nothing about
No,
football.
seriously,
You
no.
said Pep was no good.
I'm not gonna lie,
You know
I'm not gonna
nothing.
lie.
Tell him he's a football fickle.
Talking
Talking about Pep like that.
Hey, bro, Chris,
Hey,
man.
no,
Hey,
called him.
Chris is man strong, you know, man. Just
No, look how you disrespect Pep.
I'm sorry.
Listen,
I'm sorry.
whoa,
I'm
whoa,
sorry.
whoa.
After one
Whoa,
6-0 win, let me change everything
Smack
that I've
them
said
up.
about
Smack
one
them.
person.
Wolves,
in their whole
relax.
game.
Wolves.
Wow.
I mean,
Geezer, get out of here.
Watford.
I'm done. It's
Watford. With man like Mariappa at the back.
You man make
Shut up,
you
man.
make me
Watford.
tired.
Ain't Silva manager of Watford?
Oh,
He's a
wow. Whoa.
Listen.
Whoa.
Listen.
Whoa.
Look,
Guys,
Silva.
guys, listen, man.
tired,
Make sure you download
Watford,
the
you're dead.
One Football app. Make sure you follow at Cheekysport on all platforms. You can follow each and every single one of us. All of our socials are in the description below.
Can you get the socials right though, please?
Sorry, Chris.
Those
I got your
Instas, yeah?
I got your
In
Insta
it,
wrong.
my God.
That was actually my bad.
Christopher Cargill won.
Jeez! No, it's gonna be right.
Don't worry, it'll all be
All right, listen, it's gonna be right. Also, guys, listen, you seriously can go to the Champions League, courtesy of One Football, all right? We want to thank them, because obviously they look out for us on this show. You, 2 friends, just download the app. Any Champions League group game, flight sorted, accommodation sorted. All sorted. Just download the app now, all right? Listen, you can make sure you search for Cheekysport on iTunes. Make sure you follow at Rinse FM as well. Big up Rinse FM every single time. www.soundcloud.com/Rinse FM. Remember, man, Cheekysport on iTunes. Where else listen, we're everywhere, man. You've been here with myself, Big J.
Cheekysport Akeem.
Everybody, hey, it's Chris. Hey.
And we're out.
Out.
It happens in the game. So
Alright, cool.
the fact, listen, you lot might say that it's fine. All I'm trying to say, it seemed a bit harsh. If he's come to the club to implement these things, give man time. If it's what I was saying about every single game matters from the off,
It does.
as soon as you get off that mark, every game counts.
Too much money. That's the
every
problem.
week.